It is, gosh, I'm guessing 10:30, and I haven't even had my coffee yet, and I'm cooking. So in my crock pot again, I am gonna make some spicy Mexican beef, shredded beef for tacos, or in my case, enchiladas. And so basically, what I did is I cut up one onion, diced it, and put it at the bottom of the crock pot. And then over the top of that, I put chuck roast. This is a pretty small one. I don't know, I'd estimate somewhere maybe 4 pounds, 3 pounds. Um, and then there's just a combination of, I did a whole bulb of garlic because I'm crazy about garlic and I'm also sick, and I figure that will help me feel better. So in my case, a bulb of garlic, meaning not just one clove, but the actual bulb. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I use Cento double strength tomato paste. It comes in a tube and it's less messy, and that way you can just stick the tube in the refrigerator. You're supposed to use the juice of one lime, but really you just need acid. And so you can use 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Ideally, fresh is better. I didn't have fresh, and I didn't have limes, so I used 2 tablespoons of lemon concentrate. You could also use vinegar, that would work too. As far as spices, I used 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of salt. I did some cracked pepper over the top of all of it, and then about a half teaspoon, or a teaspoon in my case, of chili flakes. So basically what you do is that with the garlic and the tomato paste, you mix that together and rub that all over the chuck roast. And then you're also supposed to, you could probably make a paste with all of it, to be honest, but this works out for me. So I basically make the paste with the tomato paste and the garlic, and then I sprinkle my seasonings over the top of that. I don't, it says to pat it in. Quite honestly, that's really messy, and this does the same thing. So anyway, I'm gonna let this go on low in the crock pot for 7 to 8 hours, and that should, we won't have this for dinner. We've got, I'm doing beef stroganoff for dinner. However, this will be ready and we'll be able to have this for tomorrow's dinner. Alright, so I have my Mexican beef all set and ready in the crock pot, and so I'm just preparing my coffee. I'm gonna go with some iced coffee today, just to kind of mix things up. So what I basically got is one of these vanilla Premier protein shakes and an 8-ounce or 12-ounce cup of coffee, and just over ice, pretty simple. And then as far as getting my MCT oil in, I'll probably just down that in a tablespoon, no big deal. But yeah, that's what I've got going so far. Just got some household stuff going on today. I need to do laundry, that sort of stuff. And if I'm feeling okay, I might head out to the grocery store, and so I will take you along if I go. Alright, you guys, this doesn't look exactly aesthetically pleasing, but I've got a serving of the lasagna that I made the other night. As you'll recall, I had previously made it in a pan with about 2/3 of it being made with noodles for my husband and 1/3 being made with zucchini. And I went to cut into my side of things today, and it was almost predominantly noodles. So I basically just proceeded to take the noodles out of everything that was in the piece that I had cut, and that left me with this sort of terrible mess of basically, meat and sauce and spinach and ricotta. And so I'm gonna have that, and then I did go ahead and microwave up a little bit of the leftover zucchini that I had sliced up. So that's what I'm gonna have. Hi, you guys. Um, I just did a bunch of things around the house, and it's been like 5 days since I've really done much of anything just with being sick. And whew, I worked up a sweat, and now I'm feeling sort of just, I don't know, puny and weak. And I think I'm just going to rest for a little while. And I think there's about an hour until my wash is done. And maybe I'll try and be more productive then. This being sick has kind of kicked my butt. And honestly, I'm kind of wondering whether being on a diet or being on keto has, usually my immune system is a little bit better than this, and I don't get this sick, and certainly not for this long. So that's kind of curious. But anyway, just checking in. All right, you guys, it is about 7 hours later, and I have taken a piece of chuck roast out and shredded it and put it back in the sauce that was made. And this is all set to go for the next meal, whether we have tacos or whether I make enchiladas or whatever the case may be. So really quick, simple, pretty much does it by itself kind of recipe, which is what I like. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. All right, you guys, it's about 7 and I am cooking dinner. So I basically am using the leftovers from last night, which were French dip beef that I cooked in a crock pot. It cooks in its own au jus. So I cooked up some mushrooms and some onions, and then I added the remainder from the French dip as well as the au jus. Once that gets up to basically boiling, I'll go ahead and add sour cream. For my husband, I've cooked up some egg noodles, and so he can have his over egg noodles. And I'm not sure how I'll have mine. I don't really feel like doing more carbs per se, so I might just eat some of this, and maybe it'll taste like kind of a Hungarian mushroom soup with beef. Anyway, that's what is on our menu tonight. It's 5 o'clock on Saturday, and I am starving. I'm gonna have my dinner, and of course we'll be done super early. I haven't quite met my fat or my protein for the day, so I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do anything about that tonight or not. But anyway, this is the shredded beef that I made yesterday. Some of the, gosh, I can't remember the Olay, I think, brand wraps that are low carb. I've done 2 of those. I've done some cheese inside, and I've got my Bolt House Ranch that I'm going to dip them in. I also allotted for a couple of tablespoons of MCT oil, so I might have to make some fatty coffee, basically. See if I can get the rest of my fat in. So I'm going to eat this and relax. Alright, you guys, it is 4:30 p.m. on Easter, Easter Sunday. I just got home from work. My husband is out on a bicycle ride, and I am eating. I'm feeling slightly guilty because I even put this into my Fitness Pal. I know that it's over my calories, it's over my basically all of my macros are getting screwed up by having this, but it's kind of what I want, and I'm feeling kind of just emotional, and I don't know. I'm gonna, I guess, take the consequences. So there you have it.